Hello and welcome back to the channel. I'm continuing on with top 10 prospects from 5 years ago. Kind of in general, where are they now? Alright, this would be a much longer series if I followed them through each, and maybe that's what you're looking for, but this is kind of a general overview. So I've got Buffalo and I've got Calgary. And say for the past 14 years, don't know why that would be, whenever Calgary's in the playoffs and not Buffalo, I always root for Calgary. I kind of see them as sister teams, so to speak, always overshadowed by larger communities or larger teams or more popular teams. So I always like to have Calgary in my back pocket. Starting with Buffalo, right? 5 years ago, these were the 10 prospects: Owen Power, Jack Quinn, J.J. Peterka, Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen, Isaac Rosen. Yes, it's pronounced Rosen, not Rosen. Ryan Johnson, Prokhov Podtalpov, Alexander Kisakov, Eric Portillo, and Matthias Samuelsson. All right, so Peterka's gone in the trade. Kesselring and Doan are back, and I love that trade. Kesselring has been injured a little bit, so it's taken him a little time to get up to speed, which he hasn't really hit his stride yet, but looking forward to seeing that. Alexander Kisakov is in the Russian league. All right, not an expert, so to speak, but it seems as though there's a Russian Federation League, I guess, which is a non-elite league, and then the KHL, which is the elite league. So he's in the Russian league. Eric Portillo, the goaltender, is now with the Los Angeles Kings in their system. So that leaves Owen Power. He had 40 points last year. As of right now, he has 12, which means he probably will not hit that threshold again this year. Jack Quinn had 39 points last year. Right now he has 22, so he might hit, 39 to 45 potentially. Ukko-Pekka Luukkonen, he had 24 wins last year, 7 wins this year. So if it all plays out and he plays the same number of games, which he might have to play more, tonight's game was a good example of how his season's gone so far. Not that well. He's going to be nowhere close to that 24 from last year. The biggest surprise here on this board is Matthias Samuelsson. He had 14 points all of last year. This year he already has 19. So he's really boosted his game, his physicality. He had a bunch of injuries when he first came into the league. So the AHL team is the Rochester Americans, and if I don't have a stat, more than likely they are in Rochester. Or the AHL in general. So as I'm going through the teams, if you don't see a stat, that means they're not currently on the team, or they weren't on the team last year, and they might still be in the AHL. So for Calgary, there's the 10. 6 are with the team, 4 are gone. Their AHL team is the Calgary Wranglers, so they don't have to go very far. Connor Zary, Jacob Pelletier, Matt Coronado, Connor Mackey, William Stromgren, Emilio Peterson, Dustin Wolf, Emil Heineman, Jan Kuznetsov, and Jeremy Poirier. That's how you spell that. All right, for Connor Zary, he had 27 points last year, and currently he has 13. So it seems as though he might hit his upper 20 threshold again. Jacob Pelletier is in the Tampa Bay system. Matt Coronado, he had 47 points last year, 22 points this year, so he might be on track for 45 to 50, depending. Connor Mackey's in the New York Rangers system. William Stromgren, he might be in the AHL. I don't have a stat here for him. Emilio Peterson is in Sweden. Dustin Wolf, he had 29 victories last year. He's at 14 now. So, yeah, it seems though he might hit that 28, 29, 30, 31 threshold. Emil Heineman plays with the Islanders now. And the reason why I know that, because he scored a couple of goals against the Sabres, and I was like, who the hell is this email Heineman guy? Heineman guy, I guess. So, Jan Kuznetsov, I have a 7 here. Whatever that means, I have no idea. And Jeremy Poirier is probably in the AHL as well. And I should know that offhand. I did all this research well before I actually filmed the video, so that's probably why I don't remember that. Or, so again, with William and Jeremy, if they don't have stats here, which I didn't put up, that means they're not in the NHL, which means they're probably with the Calgary Wranglers. All right, so 6-4 and 7-3, so that's a pretty good track record. As we move on through the teams, we might see teams that only have 1 or 2 players left. And is that a good thing, right? You draft all these players, or you trade for a player really young, 19 or 20, to try and help him realize his potential, and then maybe you ship them off to somewhere else. So personally, for me, I like to see a lot of prospects get developed through your own system, but some teams just don't do that. They wheel and deal, and they throw in a player like this to kind of sweeten a deal for a player that you do want. Well, you know what? Please like, subscribe, and thanks so much for your current support already. I've published 1 video, and now I have a couple more. All right, thanks so much.